That was good, right? Kate, my sacrum, man, after strong
Oh,
yesterday, I was so sore and I even started freaking out about if it was my hip replacement, that kind of stuff, right? So
right.
then last night when I went to bed, I was like, how am I going to step? But then I woke up feeling good and I taught like lymphatic health, posture training. We did a upper body strength training segment and we only did 4 songs a set, but we still did all these things. And I think it turned out to be a good class, huh?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
great.
And good news, my hip, my back, my whatever it is, I don't know what my problem is, right? Whatever it is, that class did not aggravate it. I'm still
Oh,
doing good.
good.
I'll tell you though, it is definitely a lesson. And one of my messages, Kate, was the thing, last night I wanted to cancel step flow, thinking I couldn't step flow, right? But what is my true message? My true message is that we are injured movers. And even when injured, we still have to take care of the rest of our body. We still need cardio. We still need strength training. We still need posture training. We still need to do all that stuff. We move what we can move and we make small adjustments. And so that kind of was the whole message of it. And like
Yep.
today, and so in another thing that I did, which I think I'm telling you this so much because Kate also has a sacrum thing. Is it ever in your hip, Kate?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are, yeah. So, and I don't know if my hip is hurting. I can't really figure it out other than the fact that I could just be fearful of the fact that I have pain near the hip, because
Yeah.
of my story. So, uh, what was I going to say? Oh, I said what I'm going to be doing for these final classes in December is making small adjustments, exploring what movements work with my body, right? Finding out what is working and learn from those and chase them, and then definitely talk about it as we go along. So yeah, we're going to work out, but I'm going to talk about what I'm feeling and I'm going to explore my body through movement, find out what works, what doesn't, and then I'm inviting everyone else to do that with me too.
Cool. I'm looking forward to this because I ran 6 miles yesterday. So
Okay, tell me what you're feeling then, and that will help me decide what we should do.
yeah, I have a little bit of sticky stuff like in my outer right hip, like here, and then
Okay.
under my kneecaps is feeling a little stiff, and then like behind my left calf going up into my knees, I'm feeling a little twingy.
Okay. And did your fingers go into the groin area as well, by chance?
There's a little bit of that. All of the like inner thigh activation work we've been doing though has been like really helped with all of that stuff. So I felt like you were in my head while I was running. You were like, "Oh, what's going on there? Like, check that out."
Yeah. That means age defy is working, okay?
Yep.
How was the 6 miles? Did you feel any pain in this during the 6 miles?
Not pain, just like little moments of like discomfort or like that I needed to like make adjustments. So I
Make
was like,
adjustments.
oh, like my foot would start hurting, and I was like, oh, it's because I'm rolling to my outer edge of my foot, and I had to like go along the way and shift things around. So
I love that. I love it. Exactly. That's what we have to do, right? And then so did you after directly as soon as you were done with the run, within the first hour, did tightness set in or does it set in later on in the day?
later on in the day.
Later on in the day. Okay. Okay, great. Great.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take that. Okay, so go over the spots again with me one more time.
Yeah, it's like my right outer hip feels like there's a lot of sticky stuff, and then it's like underneath my kneecaps are a little bit crunchy, and then the back of my like left calf up into my knee feels a little tight.
Okay, let me ask you one more question. So when you say crunchy, sometimes when I do scapular rotations, I
Mhm.
it feels a little crunchy every once in a while. I'll
Yeah,
hear crunch. Is
yeah,
that what we're talking about?
yeah. It's like when I go up and down the steps, I'm like, ooh, there's a little. It's like tender
Mm,
crunchy a little bit, but it's not. Yeah,
yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. We'll be addressing that.
yeah. But like, it didn't hurt to go walk my dog for like a mile this morning. It's like it doesn't hurt. It's just like, oh, it's
Ooh,
stiff. It's like,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Hi, Christine.
Hi,
Christine is what, 5 weeks, 6 weeks now? 5 weeks?
5 weeks.
5 weeks post-op of hip replacement.
Yep.
Yay. Well, Christine, good news and bad news. Good news for like all of us in our finding of how we can work through some injury. Bad news for me, I do have like a sacral injury or a hip injury. I'm not for sure. And I've been talking about it for the last couple weeks. And it is because I weirdly thought I should do a 33-mile race when I turned 50 in March. And I just doubled my walking miles like that. And I also did take good advice, which is probably bad advice for me. I put on a pair of actual running shoes. Like I usually just wear $40 barefoot shoes, you know, that has no support in them at all. And so I put on running shoes one day, and it's been ever since that day. I walked 7 miles in like actual shoes, and I haven't been the same since. And then after a strong yesterday, I was in severe pain all day yesterday and all night last night. And then I came in and did step, but we made little adjustments. I kept moving my body, and nothing in step aggravated it today. So we're just going to explore my injury together in all of our classes. And, you know, it's the hip and the back and the sacrum, they're all connected, right? So I think this is good for you that I'm injured in a way.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm not that injured. I mean, I'm okay. And I do have a doctor's appointment on Monday to make sure that it's not my hip replacement. So we'll see what happens.
Good.
I feel much better today than I did last night, right? Yesterday. Going to bed last night, I was very fearful and very like, oh my gosh, I messed up my hip. I'm in trouble. Today, I feel so much better. So
That's
movement, community, and coaching. Oh, Heidi, thank you. Movement, community, and coaching is still important even as an injured mover. So that's my long story to say I'm glad you're here today.
Thank you. And I'm glad to know what's going on with you. I did not know.
Yeah, and you'll hear it on videos, and you'll hear it in any live classes, because I'm going to talk about it this whole time. We're going to explore movement through my own injury, and we're going to feel what works and what doesn't, okay? So we're doing posture training and lymphatic health today. It's just all movement therapy. It's all movement medicine. We just need our yellow band, and we're going to get started, okay? Glad that you're here.